How was that to receive that award?
That was just out of the blue. I just got a letter one day from Bob Iger. Well, congratulations on your nomination. Like, what? I didn't know this, you know, and I was, what do I have to do? And ours was, this was in 2009. Up to that point, all of the Legends ceremonies were on the Disney Legends Plaza that they have at the studios. Ours was the first one at the D23 conference, and it was in front of the public. So it was like 4,500 people in attendance. And they'd never done it live before. And so they had Tom Bergeron hosting. It was a very big, prestigious deal. And I got my award along with Robin Williams and Betty White and the Golden Girls and Tony and Selmo. And it was just surreal because we got to put our hands in the cement up there. And it was, you know, being voted a Disneyana legend and a Disney legend are the high points of my, you know, my career. I had luckily an Emmy nomination, and I just found out not too long ago I'm also up for an Annie Award, and that's going to be awarded February 1st. It's tough. I'm up against people like Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, and Tom Kenny, who does SpongeBob SquarePants. So it's some stiff competition in the cartoon world, but I'm very honored to be nominated.
So I'm going to ask one last question before we open up to everyone who would like to ask questions. I don't know if we have a mic for everyone, but or for moving on. But yeah, as an artist at Disney, we have to work sometimes a year in advance to get product out. Can you tell us some things that you've already been working on that are not coming out for a while that you're allowed to share with us?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We have a new series on Mickey Mouse shorts, which you can see on YouTube and on the Disney Channel, and they're a whole different take on the Disney characters. We did one where the most recent one was out is one called Potato Land, where it's so crazy in left field that Goofy wants to go to Potato Land. He remembered that, but they drive him by Idaho, which was America's Potato Land. He's thinking it's like Disneyland. So Mickey and Donald overnight build a kind of a cheap replica of Disneyland out of potatoes. And so they have like a Meet Mr. Lincoln who's just Donald inside a giant potato. It's very warped. Check them out. And they're very popular. John Lasseter loves them, and he's got a great sense of humor, so that's a lot of fun. We're also doing a series. We just finished the first season of recording, and it won't be out until June, called the 7D. 7D is in Seven Dwarves, and it's kind of a prequel to the Snow White story, and the characters look a little different. And I'm Doc of the characters, who is kind of the well, this is the voice I'm using for Doc, and he is more of the inventor, and it's aimed at the older children, not 5 and under, but 5 to 12, and it'll probably be on Disney XD. And of the traditional dwarves, I'm sleepy whenever they have that. Like, all I gotta do is fall asleep. So not too hard doing that.
That's great. So anyway, we were going to open it up. Maybe we can put the lights up a little bit.
Oh, you know what we should do? I was going to run a little video. I was going to do that friendship video.
Did you want to do the friendship?
Yeah, I think we can cue that up.
Okay.
I brought this, and I think we ought to show it, but we were talking about songs and everything tonight. This is one thing that, talking about Wayne Allwine, Tony and Selmo, unlike any other company that I've ever worked for, and I've worked for all of them over the years, Disney is like a family. And we are like brothers and sisters. Unlike any other company, there's an element of love in this company between the actors that I have never felt in any other organization, and from the fans. They're unlike any other fans in the world. They're the best in the world.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. There's that heritage. You love Disney. And we did a song many years ago with Wayne, Tony, and I called Friendship. And I brought that for us just to play it if we can, because it was a fun little song. We do a lot of singing, and this is one of my favorites.
When
There you go. There you go. So, do we have a mic that we can walk around and ask?
Or just yell.
You this one? Okay. Anybody want to ask? Oh yeah, yell it out. It's not that big a room.
Pardon?
Mama, I wanted to get mine.
It probably is. I can't remember what show it was from. Which, the one with Friendship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had that from an old VHS I was going through not too long ago, and I ran across that in transferring some of my old VHS stuff to DVD, and I said, yeah, maybe people would like to see this.
Oh, the story about the Christmas lights or whatever.
Christmas lights
Oh
story.
my goodness. Okay. Well, I've told this story before, but I'm very happy to know there is a curse that comes with doing Goofy. And I'm happy to announce that it's contagious and has moved on to my wife.
You better not.
The Goofy curse was illustrated to me most effectively when I was putting up Christmas lights a few years ago. And I had on my sweats and everything, and I was up there, and I was up on the ladder. I came down, and I was stepping back to admire them. My foot hit a riser on our lawn sprinkler system, and I fell backwards. Now, that's funny in itself, but the Goofy curse is that there was a rose bush behind me. And not just a rose bush, a bunch of rose bushes. I start stumbling. The first rose bush grabs my pants and yanks them down. And I fell backward, bare-butted into the second rose bush. So I think I gave out the, you know, for real. Come in and Jennifer's like pulling them out. It's like the Three Stooges, boing, you know, pulling out rose thorns. And I blame that on Goofy. Doing this job, yeah, you start becoming Goofy. And just a couple of nights ago, we were on the Disney lot, and we were watching Frozen at the Walt Disney Theater, and they were having the 90th anniversary of Disney animation. Big to-do there, and they had a screening of Frozen. 3D, the whole thing. We go through the movie, and we put on our 3D glasses, go there. We come out of the theater, and Jen says, she goes, and she was going to, in her purse, she was grabbing around, and she pulls out the 3D glasses. Well, why didn't you put them in the thing? I did. Uh-oh. And she explained to me that maybe that's why the movie was out of focus and dark. She had watched the entire movie with her sunglasses. And I'm surprised she didn't lean over. This isn't a very good print. I didn't think the 3D was worth anything, really. She watched the whole movie, not with the 3D glasses, but with her sunglasses, and had put them in the receptacle. So she had to go in and turn over the whole thing where everyone had put your sunglasses. Oh, there they are. Okay. So I'm so happy that the goofy curse has moved on to my right.
We have a question over here, Arlen?
Yeah. First, Bill, I want to thank you for all the years and memories of the voiceovers. My question is of over the years, who has been your favorite voiceover animate or voice actor to work with?
Oh my goodness. We used to always do a Merry Christmas from Walt Disney World, and we would do it as an ensemble and have a celebrity guest. And we had many of them over the years. We had James Earl Jones, we had Jason Alexander, we had Whoopi Goldberg, Regis Philbin, Jim Belushi, we had Leslie Nielsen, Michael J. Fox. All of these people were great to work with. Two stories come to mind. Well, Regis was kind of interesting. He was kind of very cold at the beginning. What am I doing here? We're working with Mickey. You know, he didn't know what to think, but he was very professional. And about an hour into it, he said, these guys are good. And he was the only one, even Ed McMahon, who had done it 1 year, he was a one-take guy. Man, he just nailed it right away. So he's very professional and came to respect us as artists. That was fun. Whoopi Goldberg was the most fun. Because she was just cracking jokes, and she wouldn't. The producers didn't like it because she was like changing all the lines and everything. But the very last one we did about 5 years ago was with Dick Van Dyke, and he has to be my favorite because he was, you know, he's not a spring chicken. We were sitting because it's a 4-hour session, so we had the microphones and music stand here, and he's standing the whole time, and he's like singing and telling us stories from the Dick Van Dyke Show, and just a sweetheart, just a tremendous guy, and he has to be my favorite, probably, that I've worked with.
Nice.
Cool. Any questions? Megan?
I know we're Disney here, but would you do a little bit of Foghorn Leghorn?
Foghorn Leghorn. I say there, boy. That boy don't pay attention to me. I keep pitching, he keeps missing them.
I got to work very short. I got to meet Mel Blanc. Didn't work with him. He was working on Roger Rabbit at the time, and I got to meet him at a book signing. And he was great because, of course, I grew up with him, and he was my idol. And, oh, brother, I've done a lot of those voices. You're despicable. A lot of spitting going on with those voices. And Space Jam, I got to do Sylvester the Cat. Fluffer and Fluckatash! You heard that. I don't want to rip my voice up, but Foghorn and Yosemite Sam are tough ones to do. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Anyone else?
Way in the back.
Way in the back.
But you can probably
Oh, yeah.
But just as far as voice acting goes, how much similarities, like you say, certain voices are real similar. How much does your attitude actually change the character?
Absolutely, a lot. It's all emotion. It's cadence. It's finding a voice is very interesting, and I've kind of broken it down into a kind of technique. For example, if I wanted to learn, like, I love old movies on AMC, and so I love the 1930s and 40s, and I was watching like Casablanca not too long ago, and I was kind of trying to do Humphrey Bogart. And if you watch him, his upper lip never moves. I understand. I think he was in a fight once and got a nerve cut or something, is what I heard. So if you kind of do the physicality of him not moving your upper lip, that's right, sweetheart. And then you kind of get into those kind of things. They had, I was watching 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which was great. Of course, you had Peter Lorre. He has a wonderful voice.
Because James Mason sounds very uptight.
I just do that all the time. I'm running around watching old, WC film. Godfrey Daniel, I'll be practicing the voice. You just kind of get into those kind of things. It's a lot of fun. I'm a big movie fan from the old days. Yes?
One final question, actually. Have you ever thought of doing ventriloquism with your voices? In Have you ever wanted to learn that?
I can't do it without, I gotta move my lips.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, how are you? I'd have to, like, you know, hide with a microphone and everything. I know it's coming back and it's a big thing now, but I'm not that talented.
12 days.
Oh, we did 12 days.
Oh, yeah.
We have
Oh,
one more question.
yeah, we got one more question and I got a little treat here.
You mentioned your son. I don't know if you have any other children, but have any of them wanted to go into the same business?
In a way, my son, who turned 24 yesterday, is a tremendous drummer. And he's in 2 bands. They played all over the Sunset Strip, and it's a very tough business, the music business. But he's taken classes, and the nice thing about Los Angeles, you can take from working professionals. Like one of his drum teachers is on tour now with Ringo Starr. One of his other ones is with Brian Setzer's drummer and the Doobie Brothers drummer. And so he's getting to work with these real top professionals, and he's learning a lot. He's also an audio engineer, and I have a little company called Tune House Incorporated that Austin and I run, and we teach lessons to aspiring voice actors and also do their demos. And he's got the chops on the editing software and the music side of it. I direct and teach, and we help get new voiceover actors into the business and kind of give them a little bit of guidance. So I'm very proud of him for that.
That's great. So we have a special treat here, right?
Oh yeah. What I'm going to do,
yeah.
I thought since it's the Christmas, this just came up a couple of days ago. We were talking about, well, what should I do? And Jim came up to me and says, why don't you do the 12 days of Christmas? And I had done this many years ago in my stand-up routine and around Christmas parties and stuff. And I haven't done it in a long time. I found the music, and I found the list of characters I'm going to do. And let me see if I hope I got it. Yeah. And it's changing back and forth very rapidly from voice to voice. And I got the music to the 12 Days of Christmas, and I'm going to do it in the following voices so that they come by pretty quick. So if you can identify them, of course, Goofy, W.C. Fields, Johnny Carson, Ed Sullivan, Wolfman Jack, Bugs Bunny, Mr. Haney or Pat Buttram, George Burns, Kermit the Frog, Christopher Lloyd, John Wayne, and Jackie Mason, if you know who he is. And I'm going to give this a shot. I haven't had a chance to practice it much, so if we can have the music, and here's the 12 Days of Christmas. And it's coming up soon. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2/5 of gin in a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love, she gave to me 3 guest hosts, 2/5 of gin and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love, she really gave to me 4 dancing bears, 3 guest hosts, 2/5 of gin and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden oldies, 4 dancing bears, 3 guest hosts, 2/5 of gin and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 bags of carrots, 5 golden oldies, 4 dancing bears, 3 guest hosts, 2/5 of gin and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 other sidekicks, 6 bags of carrots, 5 golden oldies, 4 dancing bears, 3 guest hosts, 2/5 of gin and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love, she gave to me 8 cigars of smoking, 7 other sidekicks, 6 bags of carrots, 5 golden oldies, 4 dancing bears, 3 guest hosts, 2/5 of gin and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
dancing, 8 cigars are smoking.
7 other sidekicks, 6 bags of carrots, 5 golden oldies. 4 dancing mirrors, 3 guest hosts, 2 fifths of gin, and a partridge in a pear tree.
On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love came to me. I forgot.
7 other sidekicks, 6 bags of carrots, 5 golden oldies. 4 dancing bears, 3 guest hosts, 2 fifths of gin, and a partridge in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 guns a blasting.
I forgot.
9 piggies dancing, 8 cigars are smoking.
7 other sidekicks, 6 bags of carrots, 5 golden oldies. 3 guest hosts, 2 fifths of gin, and a partridge in a pear tree. Here's the last one, okay?
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love she gave to me. Nothing, because I'm Jewish. I forget. 9 piggies dancing, 8 cigars are smoking.
7 other sidekicks, 6 bags of carrots, 5 golden oldies.
This is ridiculous. 4 dancing bears,
3 guest hosts,
2 fifths of gin,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
Have a wonderful Christmas.
Just want a quick announcement. Bill will be signing later on.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, so please. Anyway.